the 9 most convincing abduction stories in modern history. So Barney and Betty Hill took spontaneous trip to the White Mountains of New Hampshire. Barney needed a break from his night shift at the post office, while Betty was mentally exhausted from handling state child welfare cases. On the last night of their makeshift honeymoon, the two found themselves in a Vermont diner ready to make the last dash home to Portsmouth. By leaving at 10 p.m., they planned on arriving home by 2 a.m. On the road, Betty noticed a particular bright star, perhaps a planet. When this celestial object began changing its course in an erratic manner, Betty was convinced that shit's a UFO. As the object drew closer, Barney pulled this car to a stop, gun in hand, got out to investigate. As he approached the object, Barney saw what could later be described as a pancake-like disc glowing with a brilliant white light that was about the size of a jet. Fleeing back to his car, he and Betty tried to evade the vessel, but were instead overcome with an intense drowsiness and immediately fell unconscious. 2 hours of memory just seemed to be wiped. While Betty was convinced they had encountered a UFO and later reported the sightings to the Air Force, her husband was skeptical. It was only when the couple met with psychiatrist Dr. Benjamin Simon for a consultation in December that Barney changed his mind. Dr. Simon found both to be suffered from crippling anxiety. Betty, in particular, manifested hers in the form of repetitive, nightmarish dreams. Dr. Simon then put them under hypnosis, which reportedly yielded highly ominous memories. This is horseshit. I already can tell you that. Like, dude, if your proof is, oh, I got hypnotized, you're fucking lying to me. I'm not buying it. Because it's like, dude, like, anything can happen there. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying, like, your memories are tainted, but you don't even know. You know what I mean? You had to have somebody tell you what you know. Not buying it. This evidence is poop. Betty supposedly drew a star map of the sky from memory, as seen from a planet orbiting the star Zeta Reticuli. Betty's nearly spot-on recreation of the stars surrounding an actual star system remains one of the most intriguing aspects of all alien stories ever reported. Yeah, but doesn't this mean like supposedly? You know what I mean? Like, she might have drawn the map. Like, you're not even like sure she drew the map. You're like, she might have. That's the best evidence. She might have drawn the fucking map, is a maybe. She might have maybe drawn the map, and so for that reason, that's the best fucking evidence. That's psychotic. Yeah, like, this one's pretty fucking intense. 62 children, I was wrong, at the prestigious aerial school reported seeing flying silver disc land in a nearby field. According to the children, bizarre creatures emerged from the disc and spoke to them in what came to be known as aerial phenomena. That's something. You have 60 witnesses. Someone's going to be bound to tell the truth. The more people, the harder it is to keep up a lie, right? I'll tell you this. Psyops are also extraordinarily possible here. Let me show you something. There's, I forgot what it was, what African village, but there was absolutely a psyop, and it is fucking hilarious. So essentially, we got like this, this event that happened. I forgot what country it was, but they were showing off like a lot of their military achievements, like their equipment achievements. You know, they were showing their dick a little bit. That's kind of what it does. That's what this is like countries will just show their dick and be like, I have a nuke, I have tanks, I got a fucking F-16, fuck you, I got an army of Indians. You know what I mean?
Ghana, a country with
that's what it was.
Military pretenses.
Dude, and then you have like Akon, who's made like this like fucking tech hub in Africa, and it was a shithole. It was like an immediate joke. You know what I mean? It was just like, it was never gonna work because like it was a fucking rug pull.
Of 3 so-called cyborg super
Spartans, dude, Spartans. It's Spartan Jerome right there. You got Leon, Jerome, and fuck, I forgot the other Spartan. It's Red Team, dude. It's literally fucking Red Team. That is awesome.
But as proud as the Ghanaian attendees were of their nation's latest developments, the rest of the world couldn't help.
What the fuck was that? Can we go back to that?
As the Ghanaian attendees were of their nation's latest
That's cardboard.
Developments.
That's cardboard.
The rest.
Show me the mech suits. God, dude. And so they literally have their own like Spartan red team, right? Because yeah, here's the mech. Shit's crazy. We actually do have some crazy shit. There was like this like if you're doubting the existence of stuff like this, I'd chill the fuck out, because dude, Israel has tons of crazy stuff. So essentially how it happened with, yeah, it was a remote operated machine gun, right? Mossad killed Iran's top nuke scientist with a remote operated machine gun. And after it happened, and what's crazy is like this guy took this road every day, right? This is like the one reliable thing with this guy. He took this road every single day, and they essentially knew it. They're like, well, we got to kill him, obvious, right? So they set up this big fucking semi truck, like this hauler, like in the back, and then they opened up like the back end of it, and this fucking machine gun with AI scanned like all the faces, and they saw this guy, and it was like, and it hit him with like a few, I think 6 bullets, but yeah, it killed him. But yeah, no, so like, dude, there is crazy ass like technology out there, so do not fucking get it twisted. So like, whenever Gon is doing this, like, you think it's fucking shits and giggles, but by next year they are going to have a red team. It's just the reality of things. That's what the child soldiers were. Think about like Spartans in general. Yeah, I bet you guys think I'm fucking kidding, but they took like all these Spartans, and they like at the age of 8, and then they trained them, injected them with like all sorts of steroid solutions, and then they just became super soldiers. So, you know, you fucking laugh, but give it a year, and we're gonna be abducting kids, and then, you know, giving them clones, and the next thing you know, we're gonna have super soldiers.